Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy wreath card using the Swirly Scribbles dies to make the wreath and the fantastic new, they're called Pretty Pines thinlits dies. And I just adore these. And there's a matching stamp set as well. We're going to be using that as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to do a different colourway here. To the original one here. I'm going to start off with a base card. This is in crumb cake. We've got a very vanilla layer to go on the top, and then the card that I'm going to use for die cutting is Old Olive, Real Red, Soft Suede and Early Espresso. So let's bring in the big shot and do some die cutting. Now, one thing I like to do is to load up my big shot when I'm doing several pieces of cutting at once. So I'm going to start off with the piece that I need for the swirly bird bit, and then we're also going to put on these pieces from the Pretty Pines and cut those all at the same time. And I love the fact that you get 3 lots of pines in here, because it does mean you don't have to do quite so many cuts. So I'll go ahead and pop those out just to show you. So here's our swirly scribbles. Isn't that perfect for a wreath? And then these, I found the easiest way to get these out is just to pop a couple of the little fronds at the top and then just pull them off. Right, so our next bit of die cutting, we're going to do the outside of, sorry, no, not in that colour. In the soft suede, we're doing the outside of the pine cone. And then we're going to do the inside of the pine cone in the Early Espresso. And finally we want a little bow. There's 2 sizes of bow. I'm just adding this on at the end. I know you can't see it at the moment, but you will in just a sec as it goes through. There's 2 sizes of bow, and I've chosen the smaller one. And I'm going to pop those through the big shot. Okay, there's all our die cutting done. I will say that the little die brush is invaluable on these pine cones for getting all the little bits out. And I've got just 2 left. Look at that. Isn't that beautifully cut and removed with the little die brush? A very, very useful tool to own. Right, okay, so let's just go ahead and do a little bit of stamping now. So we've got the very vanilla layer, and I want to put my greeting on the bottom here. So I'm going to do that with Old Olive and Real Red ink. So there's my Old Olive. And, oh, sorry, it's not Real Red. We're going Cherry Cobbler here, actually. Christmas blessings. There we go. And then I did think I'd like to put a little something in the corners. Last time I did, there's like a little mini wreathy bit I put in the corners. This time I'm going to take my my markers and do the, there we go, oh, am I off the camera? I'm very sorry. I'm actually just using the brush end of the marker. I'm going to pop that in the corner. Pretty, it's like a little tiny weeny holly. I'll do this under the camera this time. brush end of the marker and straight onto the bit that you want to colour. Just got a little bit of red where I don't want it there, so I'm just going to go back in with the green, take that out. There we go. And little tiny hollies in the corner, very pretty. Okay, and now let's assemble our wreath. So I'm bringing in, this is a little silicone sheet, and my Tombow glue and my snail as well. So I'm going to put, ooh, that was a big dot. That's why the silicone sheet is good, because I can blot that off in a minute. So I'm going to put some Tombow over the back of here. By using the silicone, I'm making sure that I am not gluing this wreath to my grid paper. It's a useful thing to have. I'll just blot off that piece where I put on a little bit too much, and I'm going to put my wreath just about there. Okay. Next thing I want is my fronds. Now I might need to cut these down because they're quite long, so I might actually need to cut these down just a little. So just take that piece off there, a little piece off there. And I think what I'll do here is just put a bit of snail on them. They'll actually all hold together underneath the pine cone, but this snail will just hold them in place while I position them. There we go. So another little bit of snail there. And it's going there. And the snail as well is actually quite useful for sticking that element on too. Whoops. There we go. And a couple of dimensionals underneath our pine cone. Oh, one thing I forgot to cut earlier was some little red berries, so I'll just go and do that. There's my little berries. So I'm just going to pop those, a little bit of that off actually. Pop those underneath. There we go. There, so we've got a little bit of red coming out there. And finally, you can just rub off with the silicone sheet. You can actually just rub off those excess bits of glue that you don't want. And that sticks on beautifully. Easy peasy. Right, put these to one side. Some Tombow on the back of our very vanilla layer. And there we go. Slightly more traditional colourway, this one, than the last one I used. But I love that. I absolutely love how beautiful and 3D an effect you can get. I think of all the wreaths I've done over the years, that is my favourite wreath on a card, done with those swirly framelits. And I know lots of you have already got these, so if you've already got these, you need these to go with these. So that's my original one. Which colourway do you like? Yeah, I'm liking this one. Let me know which you prefer. Thanks for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today. If you like any of these goodies and you would like them, go to Elizabeth's Craft Room. The link's underneath there, or if you're watching this on YouTube. And at the bottom of the post where you will find this are all the details of the products that I have used. Just click on those, it'll take you right to my online store where you can order. Thanks for visiting today, and I look forward to welcoming you back again soon.